Grade 9 Computer Science, Lesson 1 Computer System. In our previous video, we discussed till applications of computers. Today, let us discuss about a computer system. A computer system can be considered as a combination of hardware and software, which process data to convert it into a meaningful information. Hardware refers to all the physical components of a computer system. It includes all input devices, processing devices, storage devices, and output devices. The motherboard, monitor, keyboard, mouse, printers, and the ICs are all examples of hardware. Software. Software is a set of programs which controls the internal operations of a computer and instructs a computer what to do. Software is of two types: system software and application software. These are the functions of a computer: input, process, output. Input accepts the data given by the user, processes the data according to the given set of instructions. This is called as processing. Storing the data comes under storage. Gives the desired result according to the user's requirement, that is the output. Let us take small example here. Withdrawal of money from ATM. Insertion of ATM card is input. Processing card in ATM machine is a process. Collection of money comes under output. Basic organization of a computer. A computer system has three important parts: input unit, CPU, and an output unit for performing different functions. The input unit is formed by attaching one or more input devices to a computer. A user inputs data and instructions through input devices such as keyboard, mouse, etc. The input unit is used to provide data to the processor for further processing. CPU. It is the main unit of a computer. It controls all the internal and external devices of a computer and performs arithmetic and logical operations. CPU is very small and is referred to as a microprocessor. To store and manipulate the data, the microprocessor chip contains millions of transitions. These transitions work together for storing and manipulating the data. The speed of our CPU is determined by the number of instructions it executes per second, which is measured in megahertz. CPU consists of three units again. One is the memory unit, next is the arithmetic and logic unit, shortly called as ALU, and control unit. Let us discuss about each one of them in detail again. Last one is the output unit. The output unit is formed by attaching the output devices to a computer. The output unit of a computer accepts the information from the CPU and displays the output in a user-readable form. The commonly used output devices are Visual Display Unit (VDU), printer, speakers, etc. Let us discuss about CPU components in detail. First one, we discussed about the memory unit. This memory unit is the principal storage of the computer. It stores both data and instructions. The data and instructions can also be stored permanently in this unit so that they are available whenever required. Computer memory is classified into two categories: internal memory, external memory. Internal memory is also called as the primary memory. Data and programs are stored temporarily as long as they are being executed. It is very fast and expensive but has limited storage capacity. Internal memory is of two types. One is RAM and one is ROM. Here you can see in the figure, this is RAM and this is ROM. RAM full form is Random Access Memory. It is a volatile memory, means easily evaporated. It is a volatile memory as data and instructions are stored temporarily during its processing only. and lost forever when the computer is switched off. Types of RAM. We have DRAM, SRAM, SDRAM, DDR. DRAM means dynamic random access memory, SRAM static random access memory, SDRAM synchronous dynamic random access memory, DDR double data rate memory. Whereas ROM stands for read-only memory. It is a non-volatile memory as it stores information permanently. The primary use of ROM is during the booting process. This is the initial program used to start a computer when power is turned on. We have different types of ROM. PROM, programmable read-only memory, EPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory, double EPROM, electronically erasable programmable read-only memory, flash memory, masked ROM. Cache memory. CACHE here is pronounced as cache. Cache memory is a very high speed memory. It is inserted on the motherboard or made a part of the CPU. The advantage of cache memory is that the CPU does not have to use the system bus of motherboard for data transfer, and thus it makes the processing speed much faster. Next one is a external memory. Here you could see in this figure, all these are the examples of external memory. This is also called as auxiliary or secondary memory. Whenever required, data for processing gets transferred from secondary memory to primary memory. Devices like pen drive, CD or DVD, hard disk, etc. are all the examples of external memory. ALU, Arithmetic and Logic Unit. This is a component of CPU which performs arithmetic and logical operations. Arithmetic means addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Logical, like greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, means like comparing. This is called as a logical operations. Next is a control unit. This controls every other component of a system, extracts instructions from memory, decodes them and sends the necessary signals to ALU to perform required operation. This is also called central nervous system of a computer as it manages all other units. Types of computers based on principle: analog computer, digital computers and hybrid computers. Analog computers can perform numerous operations simultaneously by manipulating and processing the data which we provide as input, such as weight, temperature, voltage, power and density. This deal with quantities that vary continuously. We hardly use any analog computer these days. Second one is the digital computers. This works on the principle of a binary digital system, that is zeros and ones. This provides more accurate and faster results. Digital computers are further classified as special purpose computers and general purpose computers. Special purpose computer is the one that is used for specific application like ATMs, programmable washing machines, etc. General purpose means most of the computers we see today are called as the general purpose computers. Next is the hybrid computers. Hybrid computer is a perfect combination of the analog and digital computer. It accepts analog signals, converts them to digital and processes them in the digital form. Types of computers based on configuration. Apart from this general categorization, computers can also be differentiated on the basis of their physical structures and the purpose of their use. Based on their capacity, speed and reliability, they can be divided into the following categories: microcomputers, mini computers, mainframe computers, and supercomputers. Microcomputer examples like laptop, notebook computers, tabs, handheld computers, and embedded systems. Next is a mini computers. These computers are bigger in size, have higher processing speed, and are costlier than microcomputers. These are used in business, education, and in many other government departments. Mini computers are also used as web servers. The first mini computer was introduced in the mid 90s by Digital Equipment Corporation. After this, IBM Corporation also designed a series of mini AS400 computers. Mainframe computers. These computers are larger than mini computers. This process data at a very high speed, which is measured in millions of instructions per second. These are very expensive computers, process a vast amount of data quickly. Banks, insurance companies, airlines are some of the typical mainframe users. Some examples of mainframe computers are IBM S390 mainframe, which can support up to 50,000 users simultaneously. Supercomputers, the largest computers are the supercomputers. These are the most powerful, the most expensive, and the fastest computers in the world and are capable of processing trillions of instructions per second. These computers are used by the government agencies such as National Weather Service and the National Defense Academy. These are also used in space exploration, large organizations, research laboratories, aerospace centers, etc. Computer performance. It is very important that whatever computing device you use works in an efficient manner and is very fast. A few things which affect the overall performance of a computer are CPU speed, RAM, and hard disk. CPU speed. Actually, the CPU clock speed is measured in hertz. For example, a CPU with a clock speed of 2 GHz can perform 2 crore clock cycles per second. RAM. If RAM is not large enough, the speed of the computer slows down very rapidly. Hard disk. The size and speed of hard disk is also crucial for a computing device. The faster is the speed, better will be the overall performance. An overview of communication technologies. In this digital era, there are so many technologies which help us to instantly send messages, text, voice, video messages to anyone and anywhere in the world. Some of the most popular and widely used communication technologies are email, text messaging, chat, video conferencing, blogs, wikis, news group, document and calendar sharing. First one, email. Email is called as electronic mail, which has proved to be the biggest asset in sending and receiving mails instantly. Same message can be sent to many persons simultaneously without any cost. You can also send attachments, pictures, songs, videos, etc. along with an email. Text messaging, popularly known as SMS, short message service, or texting. Text messages are limited to 160 characters per message. We can even send picture and video messages, referred to as MMS, Multimedia Messaging Service. Third one is chat. Chat is an online conversation in which we can instantly send messages back and forth to people across the globe. The only difference is that you converse while typing rather than speaking. Video conferencing. Here, users not only hear each other but also have a face-to-face conversation. This technology is mainly used for virtual meetings among a group of people. Blogs. The word blog comes from weblog. A blog is an easy to create website that allows the users to share their thoughts with the world. Wikis. A wiki is an easy to use collaborative website on which the users can share or modify the content directly from the web browser. Wikipedia is the most popular wiki website. Newsgroup. A newsgroup is a discussion platform about a particular subject. It is a platform where people can exchange information on any topic. Document and calendar sharing services. There are many collaboration tools available on internet which helps the users to create, share, modify their calendars or events or files, etc. with other users. Google provides many tools with the features such as Docs, DOCS, Calendar, Forms, etc. These are some of the most popular and widely used communication technologies. Thank you.